All right, all right, all right. What is up, everybody? It is Monday night, July 6th, 2026. I've been gone for a minute, and got to come back and take a little assessment about where the market is, kind of where we're at, in the market itself. We've had a nice little push here into the beginning of the week from the pop and drop last week. And so I just felt the need today to do a little bit of making sure we all are on the same page. Let me make sure that Jonathan Coons, quick question, if I may. I will, let me address that real quick there, Jonathan. Give me a second. I will do it. I'm just going to make sure I get this out to the peoples. Let me get to the peoples. Let's put this quick Monday market review session. All right. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Putting it out here for folks, letting folks know. Under what we got. All right, we're just going to call it discussion. Yeah, let's do that. Cool. All right, real quick. All right, we got Jonathan Coons in here. Good to see you, sir. Just letting all the folks know that this is where we're at. We're doing it. We've got Jonathan in the house. Be Frank, Michelle McKenna, Barbara Bridges, as always, the very lovely Barbara Bridges. Hello, Barbara. We've got Becky Bishop. What's up, Becky? Let's see. Can you look at Apple, Hood, NVIDIA, IREN, pre-market to market open 5-minute chart? Explain best entry points. Ooh, that's a tall tale though there, Michelle McKenna, but I'll be happy to oblige. Here's what I want to do in the short time we have together. Now, typically on a Monday, what I'll do is I'll do this, kind of ask me anything Monday, but that ain't this Monday. That's next Monday. Why am I doing this Monday? Well, because I've been gone for a week. And I did a little bit of, who checked out my YouTube video that I made before I left, where I kind of told you based on seasonality of the market and seasonality of the market during a midterm election year. Let me know in the chat who checked that out. Who saw that? What'd I say? Look at me eating dinner during my YouTube session. Yep. I told you we're going to see chop. I said, Mama said there'd be days like this. There'll be days like this, Mama said. And what do we get? We get the Monday I left, slow grind higher. Here, let me just show you. Let me show you. I said it. Okay, here, let's do it. What do we got? This is the Monday I left. We got a little drop, right? Freaking people out down to 732, pop back up, end the day higher, 741, right? Where do we go? Gap up, 9, right? About flat. And then boom, pop 741 up here to my predetermined resistance, right about 7. That was at 747. Gap down, pop higher, drop lower. And then what do we do on Friday? Right? We gap up, we retest that 750 area. We come all the way back down here to the multi-day VWAP on the bounce into the close on Friday. Now, before I continue, how are y'all feeling with that? I mean, look at that day. Like gap up, push higher, massive drop. Give me one emotional word that described what Friday was like. I mean, yeah, you nailed it, right? It was right? But what I say, I told you, be prepared. It is going to be choppy. It's going to be choppy. It is, right? It's going to be choppy. That's Thursday prior to a holiday, which was closed market Friday before the 4th. God bless America, 250 years, right? On Saturday, everyone's feeling good about that. On Monday, we gap higher, we push higher. We are now back above that 750 area. And if you want to take a look here at the market on a monthly, weekly basis, what do we see? Well, we see, let me actually just go SPX here, right? What do we see? What are we in? What are we doing now, friends? Still, what is this called? What are we in? Bop, 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 bop. What is this? It's chop, friends. It's chop. That's what it is. We are still in chop. I said it. Until we break back below that 7250 mark or break back above that 7600 mark, we are and we shall be in chop. That's where we're at. That's why the color of the ribbon continues to go in and out and in and out. But today we did get this beautiful green arrow. As long as that thing holds, that could be a good thing, but it's green and it's not blue. It's short term, right? That is what I'm watching for. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm trying to make sure gets confirmed. But until then, I'm taking my shots, looking for the little things. We got to have internals agree. And what will internals say? Well, what do we got? We do have, oh, so grateful for this, right? We did see the VIX break back down on the 29th, the day that I left, right? Below the middle of the Bollinger Band. We come back down below 1760, and now we are in this confirmed daily downtrend that doesn't stink. That should help out the market. The market should be bouncing a little bit. With that in mind, any other internals that we're looking at here, we do have the 21 above the 100, which is above the zero line. We've been in that spot since Monday. That's a good thing. Put call ratio, not too crazy, right? Skew, where does skew at? Skew is still back up here, right? It's still not risk off, right? I mean, we're getting close. Right, we're kind of in the middle ground. So not a whole lot to write home about. We're just kind of in those mid-summer, choppy, as long as the VIX stays low and we can press back up to that 7,600 mark in the SPX, it could be good. But until then, we do not have agreement in a couple key areas, right? We do have, for example, Apple pushing near all-time highs. Love it. Okay. We do have the Goog at kind of choppy McChop fest, right? Not highs, not lows, kind of right in the middle, right? You got NVIDIA dropping. You got Tesla, right? Still in this kind of choppy area. I'm telling you, Tesla over 433, this thing could cook. All right. It's just, here's what's happening in Tesla right now. Tesla is just compressing, right? Check that out. Woo, doggy. Right? Yes. That thing, if it breaks 433, boom, we can go right back to 500 real quick. Okay. But again, why am I showing you this? Tesla, right? Sideways. Amazon, again, dropped sideways, not doing a whole lot. All right. Netflix, what's it doing? Not a whole lot. Right? Meta, what's it doing? Not a whole lot. Why do I show this to you? Guys, that's the Mag 7. The only one that's near almost all-time highs is Apple. We got to get agreement because of the weighting of those names, that if those names are pushing higher, it's going to push the market higher. If they do not, it will not. Now, are there big names out there? Some names like SanDisk, right? That are still, pulling back. Check it out. SOXL. Right, triple levered ETF. That thing broke. If it breaks that 50 and drops, forget about it. Forget about it. All right. And you've also got the names like the AMDs here, right? AMD looks good. Oh my good. If AMD breaks 540, friends, if it breaks 540, it is going to 600. Just so you know. So you know. All right. Intel still looks ready. Back here around that 120 mark, I can see this thing get pushed up 150. Yes, right. No, like a bacon egg sandwich look good, right? That looks good. MU still looks good. MU above 1,050, that thing would pop to 12 again. I'm telling you. So this is what we're still seeing. What am I seeing? Here's the quick market recap. I wanted all y'all to see, know, and understand from your boy. Number one, we are in the middle of the low volume summer chop. Get used to it until we see a break one way or another. Okay. VIX isn't hurting us, right? Internals not hurting us, but Mag 7 not helping. It's just not helping. Okay. Not helping. And so you got a couple sectors that are looking nice, is your XLVs, your XLFs, you know, your XLIs. Here's your XLV, healthcare, right? Nice. XLF, financials, nice. XLI, industrials, nice. But then you get the XLKs of the world, and it's kind of like sideways. It's in that same look. It looks like Tesla, that same sideways compression. You know, this thing has got a break, got to bust a move, right? It's in that compressing nozzle. Which way is it going to go? That's what we're watching. And so until we see that, until we see it want to do something, where's the QQQ? Right? That same sideways chop. If it wants to break that 745, okay. But until then, right? Not much. DIA. That looks good, right? Dow's looking nice. IWM. All right. But the SPY still in that sideways chop. QQQ still in the sideways chop. And so here's what I'm here to tell you. Market's got to show me something. It's got to show me something. If it wants to reorganize in a bullish way and break out of this sideways chop, then I will be your huckleberry. Until then, it could just as easily turn, fall, and break that 50 SMA and then drop. All right. Which is somewhat what I'm considering could be the case into the seasonality of August and September prior to the typical October bounce, right? Is that GWB Bling? No, this is BR Homes. This is my buddy's short-term rental in Mexico. But we do need some grow with Ben Bling. That would be sweet. Jonathan, we should hook that up. So I'm going to go back to the top, and I'm going to take a few questions, and then we're going to go watch USA. Now, Michelle wants to look at a few names. She wants to look at Apple. Apple looked gorgeous. Pull back down here to that support level I called out before, right? Right above that point of control. Bounce, ran from 275 up to 315. Amazing, right? Amazing. Now, Hood. I gave y'all Hood. Where was it? Where is that? I gave you guys Hood. Check it out. Where was Hood? Midweek mentoring. 624. I gave you the Hood 110 calls on the pullback to that 94.50 stop, 90.50. All right. Where the Hood at? I gave that to y'all right here. We got the pullback right here. Did we ever break the 90.50? No, we did not. Pull back to that level I wanted. Bounced up. Those things were a mint. They were a mint. All right. Hood. Beautiful. All right. Let's look at NVIDIA. What's NVIDIA doing? NVIDIA is just respecting the 200 SMA. I do like this thing at right about 190 with a stop below 185. Bounce off of 190, stop for 185, looking for the 220 calls into October. Is that what I want? Let me just make sure. Those are pricey. Yeah, I like the 220 calls for August. That's what I want. August 220 calls. Holy cow. 30. Bananas. What about those September 230 calls? September 230, I like those a lot better. September 230 on a break back above 200 or on a pullback to 190. Yeah, NVIDIA. That's why I do like that one. Now let's look at IREN. Come on, IREN. Right at the point of control for IREN. It was looking, but this is that kind of rollover I was telling you guys about. Remember, I showed you guys that before, that same kind of compression, right? It had to go somewhere, and then it broke and dropped. Now, IREN is looking like it wants to bounce here. Overextended already from the 21. Overextended already from the 21, right? You see that air pocket? Like when it drops back down here and 21's back up here, that's extended, right? And naturally it bounces back up today to try and fill that gap a little bit. So of those that I like the most, I got to tell you, it's not IREN. I do like NVIDIA at the 190 and a nice risk reward. I got to say Hood is my favorite. Hood is my favorite because it's in the XLF, which is a strong index right now. And we got earnings coming up for finance first, baby. First. That's what I like it. Okay. IREN popped on Oracle today. Nice. I like that, Jonathan Coons. I like that. Wait, we're already down one? Oh, don't give me any more soccer updates. Don't you do it. I got to go watch the game. I got to go watch it. All right, guys, I'm at your disposal. Next 5-10 minutes. That is my update. I still see the market in chop. I'm still waiting for it to do its thing, right? Where I want to see it break one way or another, get a confirmation, right? I'm still expecting the seasonality of the Septembers and the Octobers. I'm looking only in the strong sectors with the strong names, and I like BAC, I like Hood, to name a few. All right. NVIDIA on a pullback to 190. What other questions you guys got for me? Anything else I can help you with, follow up with, right? No more soccer updates for me because I got to go watch the game. But I told you I've been gone for over a week. I wanted to come back, make myself available here on a Monday night, give you a rundown. B. Frank says, I'm reading a technical analysis book and I'm having trouble understanding divergence. Well, B. Frank, there's a couple different things I could teach you about divergence. One I could cover. That is a big statement, John Carter, Jonathan Coons. You got to be more specific about John Carter. I'm a John Carter fan. I'm a fan. But you just say General John Carter. It's hard to know what exactly you want me to cover. I'll give you one example of divergence. Okay. Here's an example of divergence. When you see price and RSI doing different things, right? So for example, here is divergence. Okay. We see RSI going higher here, right? When price was right here, here's a great example of divergence. You guys ready for this one? Your technical analysis book. Here's a divergence. Price here to here, right? Didn't really move, about the same price level. And yet we saw RSI here at about 57 and RSI here at about 63. So RSI increased, price did not get any higher. That is a divergence. And the signal from that was down, right? Like ETHA here was that we saw an increase in RSI and we did not see an increase in price. And what happened? Drop. All right. So that's one divergence thing I would point out to you. Okay. Just one thing to cover. All right. Now, the second thing you wanted to ask about, that was asked about was, let's see, PLTR. Let's take a look at PLTR. Now, PLTR had a massive drop down from that moving average right here, right? From the 21, massive drop down. And where to go to? I mean, it pretty much went back to that kind of key support and resistance area. I'm telling you, if you look at this thing on a weekly chart, you'll see it, right? Here it was, right? Look at this. Couldn't get above, drop back down, break, and then support. And where to find support again? Boom. Same place. So PLTR on the weekly chart looks amazing. I really do like this thing on the weekly chart. I think if this thing can pop, yeah, PLTR does look good. Oh man. Yeah, the weekly chart on this. I mean, this guy, the weekly chart. Looks so ready to go. I gotta clear some things off here. Let me remove some old drawings. Okay, there we go. Great. All right. Thoughts on space plays with SpaceX joining NASDAQ tomorrow? Well, I still think SpaceX is wildly, wildly overvalued. Okay. It's wild. It's just not a name that I would play. If it broke 100 back down at 100, I would be maybe interested. I do not want to fool it up here. And I'm not planning to trade it because even on the daily chart, it doesn't look great. Will it get added to, indexes and bought for? Sure, it will. Will that help? It will. Does it make me want to play anymore? Nope. Guys, there's just certain times you just got to be willing to say, nope, no grazie, no thank you. I don't want to do it. And I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait. Again, as a company, I like SpaceX. I do. And it has options. And I like all that. But I'm just letting this thing settle down and calm down a little bit before I'm really, I can like find or identify any type of real edge I have. So, all right. Is there a way to take advantage of a strong name in a weak sector? A strong name in a weak sector. That's hard. I mean, yeah, you play a bullish name in a bullish way, but it's in a weak sector. The only way I could think of is like trying to position yourself in that name for money rotation to that sector. That'd be a longer explanation, but I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I know it does have options. SpaceX does have options. Yep. Referring to John, I was referring to my question at the top of the hour. Can you cover next Monday when you have more time? Let me see. You briefly referred to John Carter's CTM squeeze. Can you discuss how to utilize it so it can implement into my PR? Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Next time we get together for the Ask Me Anything, I will talk about John's CTM squeeze. It's very, very, very cool. I mean, again, I will give the man all the credit in the world. I think he's a savant. But there's some really cool things to it, and some other ways that I think that could lead you wanting, if not fully described or understood. So would it be a 3 times a lady for Intel after it reaches around 141, 142, or does the 2 pullbacks have to be an even price? Because Intel, I think, top. Yeah, we'll take a look at Intel, and then I'm going to leave you guys to it. INTC. Okay. So yes, a break above 142 on Intel, I think looks good, right? I would love that 3 times the lady breakout on Intel, no doubt, right? For me and my money, I would love to see this thing pull back to about 118.50. Create that alert, 118.50. Okay. And the reason I'd say 118.50, because if you look at 118.50, there was some clear support there, right? 118.50, some clear support there. All right, let's go to that. Okay, so again, clear support here and here, and rejection there. Okay, and at one, then the rising, this would be the stop right here. So the stop would be about 115. And if you edit those properties and you make that sucker double with the red, it would be NTC bounce stop out, right? At that level, at or below that 115 level. Okay, right there. So I like that little like risk of about 350 for a bounce back up into the 40s. That's what I'm talking about. I like those types of setups. And I think Intel has been relatively strong. We did get to, the double top here. And so do I think on a break above 141, create that alert above 141, it could be on like Donkey Kong? 100%. I do. And that's why I would love that kind of pullback to that area between 118.50 and 15 itself, because I do like Intel here. Okay. Let's see. You make it look so easy. Only been around you for a few weeks. Oh, George, it is my pleasure. My pleasure. And speaking of which, friends, here's the last thing I want to drop on you. Let me drop some on you. Let me drop some knowledge on you here. Okay. Okay. Let me give me un momento. I want to let you guys know if you want to learn more about options, about how to trade options, then tomorrow and this is my either one of those links. First link is a free link for free tomorrow from like 12 to 5 and Wednesday 12 to 5. I'm going to teach you all about options and my strategies and about trading. All right. Now, if you want to click on the VIP link, it's like $97 and I do a special session on Wednesday morning where I give you trade ideas in the morning. But again, I do that for free, right? Free options workshop tomorrow, 12 to 5, Wednesday, 12 to 5. Click on those links. It'll get you in the room. I'll be here to help you trade options, and we'll do more and more of these trade ideas. Do you have, Ben, have you shared this TOS chart with us? This one right here, I think I have, but if not, I'll make sure I put it in over at Grow with Ben. And if you guys don't know about that, you can check out www.growwithben.com as my website for free. I put everything up there for free. I do have a couple classes I charge for, but that's just to kind of pay for all the back end stuff that goes with that. But all about the education to make sure you guys have what you need to be successful as traders and as human beings, right? Because who we are in the markets is who we are in life, vice versa. So either way, it's been good to be with you guys tonight. It's 8:25, a little bit of mini session, gave you some ideas like INTC. Really love INTC here. I do like other strong names on the pullback. I like CVS here. CVX. I know CVS. Come on, CVS. Yes, CVS here. I like this thing on the pullback to roughly 150. I like that. I do like PLTR here for a further bounce above that 50 SMA, even get above 135. And I do like Monster Energy Drink. Monster Energy Drink. Look at that beautiful chart. Oh, that looks great. And so does Coke, for that matter. Coke, any kind of pullback on the bounce here around 82 for the push back to 85. All right, that's what I got. How long does a VIP session last? It's a full hour, B. Frank. A full hour. Yep, full hour. So the schedule for the free options workshop is 12 to 5 Tuesday. If you do the VIP session, it's 8 to 9 a.m. on Wednesday, and then I come back at 12 to 5 again on Wednesday. All right, that's what I got. Got to go watch the match. Hope you guys do too, and hope tonight was helpful, friends. Appreciate y'all. Be good. Be good to others. This has been recorded and will be posted, and I look forward to helping you guys any way I can. Check me out either tomorrow and Wednesday on the free options workshop or on Grow with Ben or any one of my trading services. All right, appreciate y'all. Be good. Be good to others, and go USA. USA. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, boys.